I do know that we have 269 cars piloted by Knops. We have Sarge Slater in the 38 on the pole, Lonnie Campbell in the 75, Pudge Grable in the 5, Pistol Pete Rasmussen in my favorite car, the 71 Chevelle, the green number 13, and, of course, Todd Jansonius, owner of Todd's Exhaust Pros in Carroll, in the 64.
So did my uncle. They all did.
So we got two big heat races. Actually, you know, Kempson, I'm surprised you're not taking the back half of the week before Labor Day off so you can head to Eagle Raceway for the IMCA RaceSaver Super Nationals. That'd be right up your alley.
Very tempting.
All right, we are green. This is going to be Greenwood and Stevenson on number 1. 8 laps of distance. They're going to fire it off. Greenwood with the lead. Stevenson in second. As they head down, Chris Helget and Toby Chapman fired off side by side right now. As it's going to be Greenwood leading lap 1.
Chapman going top shelf already into the third position. Your race is for the lead off of turn number 2 as Stevenson slips up a little bit. Greenwood goes to the top side again. Inside goes the 0. We are side by side momentarily. Stevenson's got it at the flag stand. 2 down and 6 to go. Stevenson continues to lead. Here comes Chapman down the back straightaway.
It is Stevenson, Greenwood, and Chapman. 1, 2, and 3. Throw a play, get over him a little ways back. You have Chris Helget, and then Bailey Ballinger. We'll see her dad, Dusty Ballinger, coming out in the next heat race. But right now. The battle for the lead is on as Greenwood's going to bobble just a little bit. That's going to allow Chapman to get right to the tail tank. Can't quite capitalize, though, as Stevenson leads another lap.
Stevenson gluing himself to the bottom in the corners. Chapman to the inside as well. Gets a run to get into the second spot in the 11. As Greenwood is back to third, he'll go to the inside and try it, but he can't quite get to it. Chapman will slot car around the outside, and he is looking for the lead.
Toby Chapman, this guy is a threat every time he unloads that 11 car. He gets right up to the tail tank of Stevenson. Stevenson is around the tires. Toby Chapman is hanging the high, wide, and handsome Kenny Wallace line with 2 to go. The battle is on the lead.
Side by side through 1 and 2, and Chapman has it off of turn number 2 and back down the back chute. He's into 3 and 4 and continues to go around the top side, nice and straight, nice and smooth, and he will take it over fully at the white flag.
Oh my, with 1 lap to go, it is Chapman. Stevenson still going to the whip, trying to stay right with him. But as they go through 3 and 4, once again, right on the cush, it's going to be Toby Chapman with the win. Brandon Stevenson in second, Jake Greenwood third, Chris Helgen fourth, and Max Roseland rounding out the top 5. So, Kempson, I have a correction. So, Shannon Malberg's infant granddaughter is not actually at home watching. She is here for the first time, actually at the track watching Grandpa Shannon run. So, that is awesome. Teach them young. It's the best way to do it. Teach them young. Last Wednesday up at the Buena Vista Raceway, they had a sprint car special. Car got sideways right in front of Joe. Joe had nowhere to go, hit him, barrel rolled it off of turn number 3, and unfortunately got some injuries from there. Doctor saying, no racing for you. So, Joe, we hope to God you get better really soon. We want to see you back out here. So, yeah, hopefully you'll get back out soon. But the good part about it is that the guy that's ahead of him by 6 points is not here. And those two were way out from ahead of number 3 in points. Word lead that Dustin Ballinger is going to take the early lead as John Webster going to be in second. Here comes the 25A Alex Davenport going around Matty Miller for third, and Shadrack Spora is sitting in fifth right now.
Webster and Ballinger switch lanes through 3 and 4, and it's to Webster's advantage so far on the inside. Now down the back straightaway off of turn number 2. It's the 2 to the outside, and he's right there, slipping up the racetrack a little bit. Was Webster side by side for the lead. Into 1 and 2 once again. It's Webster on the bottom, Ballinger on the top. IHRA into 3 and 4 this time. And Webster will continue to show the way on the bottom side of the racetrack as Davenport holds on to third with the same line.
Webster and Ballinger are putting on a show right now as Webster has lead. Ballinger snugs right back up to the tail tank. Webster around the tires, Ballinger on the cush. They're going to come down to 5 to go. And there's a side-by-side at the line.
Ballinger shot out of a cannon down the front straightaway that time. Not quite able to get Webster, but off of turn number 2. He will try him down the back chute. Webster trying to make that car mighty wide, but he bobbles again and almost spins it out through 3 and 4. Somehow he's still out front.
I don't know how, because he did it right in front of one of the best competitors out there, Dusty Ballinger. Ballinger just not quite able to capitalize. It is still John Webster, your leader. Dusty Ballinger in second. A ways back is Shadrack Spora, followed by the 25A of Alex Davenport and the 28 of Matty Miller.
Webster is freer than he wants to be right now, but he is making it work off of turn number 2 one more time. Down the back straightaway. And coming to the 1 to go signal, it's Webster, and then Ballinger. Ballinger running out of time. White flag.
1 more lap to go for the 9 of John Webster. Has not been here all year. Comes in and serves notice that, hey, guess what? I'm going to be a threat for the feature tonight. They're going to sling it through 3 and 4. 1 more time as they come down. It's going to be... Oh, whoa, what a close battle. John Webster by a car length at the line over Dusty Ballinger, one of the baddest men in the RaceSaver business. Shadrack Spora third, Alex Davenport fourth, Matty Miller fifth, And I think Kempson may have just wet himself a little bit.
No, but Webster just impressed the heck out of me by making that car so wide with how free it was. How about that number 9 getting it done in the heat race action?
Absolutely. Time to make some noise and wave at these drivers in appreciation. It's your Western Iowa Vintage Car Feature. So coming down 4 to go, we got a change for the lead as Todd Jansonius now takes over the lead from the 69 of Knopp. Knopp now back in second. Pistol Pete Rasmussen in third. Pudge Grable in fourth. And that beautiful number 1 Camaro sitting in fifth. Three to go. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a bit of a battle for the lead as Knopp gets the lead back. But here comes Jansonius back to. Oh, hang on. It's the number 1 Camaro. Spins it around as he got way over on the high side. Went over the berm. Larry Knopp in the 69L slowing way down. And there we go. The Camaro is able to get back up and running, but went way too high, went over the knife edge and spun her out. Once again, if you're standing near the fence, you need to be away from the fence as it is a safety concern. If you're standing near the fence, get away from the fence. We do not want to have to remove anybody, but we will as it is a safety concern. As the 69 of Knopp gets a big jump over the 64 Jansonius. Here comes Pudge Grable. Grable to the inside of Jansonius. Side by side for second and third. Pistol Pete Rasmussen. Now looks to the inside of Jansonius for that third spot. As Pudge Grable, he is going to try and take his shot. He's got one chance through 3 and 4. That 56 Chevy side by side. And it's going to be Pudge Grable. Last lap, last corner pass for the win. So Pudge Grable from Harlan, Iowa in the 56 Chevy will take over the win. What a run.
A last lap pass for the victory. Was that the plan the whole time?
No, I just wanted to stay up there, but it was working on the bottom, and thought, well, what the heck, we're going to try it. It worked.
This is the first time I've seen this class in person. Tell me about your ride here. What you got?
Well, it's a 56 Chevy. It's built based on a 04 Jet chassis, stock car chassis. My 10th season in this thing, so it's just a lot of fun for a bunch of old farts like us. It's a good time.
Fun to watch.
Yeah, it was a great race. It was fun. Track was good tonight. And I thought I had a flat tire going down or something there a few laps ago, and something didn't feel right. And I just kind of backed out a little bit, and it wasn't doing anything, so I kept going, and glad I did. So,
well, it certainly seems like it came to you. Anything else you want to say?
No, I just want to thank my crew and my wife and everybody. Thanks for having us up tonight. Appreciate it.
And thank you for putting on that show.
Thank you.
Congratulations. One more time. Let's hear it for him. The full field of your final feature event of the night. They appreciate you for being here. Let them know you appreciate them as well. Let them hear you over the engines. Lights out. We are green next time by. John Webster and Toby Chapman. Bring them into 3 and 4. And here we go.
Flies are going to head down into 1 and 2. It is going to be John Webster picking up where he left off earlier. He went the lead, but here comes Toby Chapman. Chapman around the high, wide, and Hanson side. He is going to go after, but no, red flag, red flag, red flag.
Oh, no. Trouble for Brett Kilbundy down the back straightaway. In the 77. To the right of the Shao Recycling sign. That next light pole to the right.
Of course, Brett Kilbundy, a rookie this year, and sitting top 5 in points currently, so. There has been stuff going on since last Saturday.
That's right.
Moving in of livestock, showing things for the 4-H, FFA, etc. You've been out here helping cover all of it for 105 The Hive, KDSN. So you've gotten behind the scenes to see all this.
All right, let's try this one more time. Webster and Chapman off of turn number 4. We are racing.
It is going to be John Webster with the advantage. Once again, Toby Chapman off the high side, ripping the lip on the cush as he is going to the whip and gaining traction on the 9 of Webster, but it's going to be Webster lead lap number 1.
Webster using the bottom side of the racetrack to keep out front so far. Not quite able to glue himself down there, though. Chapman slot carring around the top side, and don't forget about Ballinger there in the 3rd spot. The podium all very much in the picture with 2 down and a long way to go.
The 84 car, Max Roseland. Back from plumbing, number 84, sitting there in 4th spot, and there's a battle for 5th between Shadrack Spora and the 0 of Brandon Stevenson. But we got a battle for the lead going, as it's still going to be Webster, but there is Chapman and Ballinger.
Chapman to the top side one more time with the neon on that 11 car, and the black 9 on the bottom. Chapman for the lead around the top side on the back straightaway into 3 and 4. Can Webster take it back on the bottom? It's a dead heat down the front.
It is going to be the 11 of Toby Chapman with the lead. You still have Webster in 2nd. Ballinger losing a little bit of ground, but now he's going to the lip to make that ground back up. Toby Chapman ripping the lip right on the cushion. The Kenny Wallace high, wide, and handsome line as he's going to lead another lap.
Chapman looking good on the top side of the racetrack. Has the car in the slot and is smooth around the cushion in the number 11 car. Webster still hanging on to that 2nd spot and hanging on to the bottom as Ballinger is in 3rd.
Meanwhile, Shadrack Spora has gotten around Max Roseland for 4th. That puts Roseland back to 5th, and now he is under pressure from Brandon Stevenson right now. But it is all Toby Chapman up front as here comes Ballinger around the 9 of Webster.
Ballinger wants to have something to say about that, but he's got to deal with Webster first. Here comes Ballinger to the top side off of 2, and he goes to the number 2 spot. Into the runner-up and into the crosshairs goes Chapman of Ballinger. Still side by side, though. Webster's right there.
Dirty Dusty Ballinger, 2nd place. Now he is whipping that 2D like a Renner government palm mule. Can he make up the ground and make it a lead battle with him and Toby Chapman? Right now it looks like he is gaining on Chapman. We have 11 laps to go.
Webster gets stuck behind Steve Hurst as he was on the bottom side with that slower car as the top 2 got into lap traffic easily and got by. Chapman has stretched out the lead a little bit, but we have potential lappers battling for position in front of him. He'll get there before the end of this one. If we stay green, we're halfway home.
Max Roseland in danger of losing that 5th place. Oh! Dusty Ballinger up in smoke! The 2nd place driver blows the motor. He is done. As you got Jake Greenwood going around Max Roseland right now. It is Chapman, and then a huge distance back to the 9 of John Webster. Shadrack Spora now 3rd.
Ballinger still outside the infield pit wall in turn number 1, just behind the scoreboard. As coming up on Matty Miller now is Chapman.
Caution's out.
Caution flag is out.
Caution out for the 2D of Dusty Ballinger. What a heartbreaker. He was 2nd and was actually starting to reel in the 11 of Chapman ever so slightly, and then all of a sudden, kaboom.
What's another Golden State Gang reference for me to a California announcer? In the words of George Haig back in the 90s at San Jose Speedway, they run the best right before they blow.
Oh, absolutely. That's not just a Golden State thing. That's an everywhere thing.
Yeah, but he's one of my favorites. Chapman has looked great on the top side of the racetrack. Webster has stayed committed to the bottom line. We'll see what he does on the restart. And what can Spora say about this? Greenwood has a win under his belt at the Crawford County Speedway, and Roseland has made a lot of laps around here. That's your top 5 coming back to green. Here we go again. Webster Webster to the bottom in the black 9, trying to get the lead off of turn number 2, but powering around the top side is Chapman one more time. Webster will move up to the outside. Spora didn't expect that. He bobbles a little bit on the cushion. Greenwood in fourth as Helgett goes to the bottom to try to get fourth away from Greenwood. He had it at the flag stand.
Toby Chapman still with your lead. It is still the 9 in second, but he is already starting to lose ground. John Webster is. Chadrick Spora is coming on like a house of fire, though, as he's gaining on John Webster.
Spora trying his best to whip his steed in the third spot. Trying the same line as the other car with an 11 on the side. Gets up to the cushion and leans on it, and he is catching Webster for second.
Toby Chapman checking out his own zip code, but the other 11, the 11 is Chadrick Spora. High, wide, round the outside. He's going to go side by side with the 9 of John Webster as they go into 3 and 4. Ripping the lip on the cush versus running against the tires, and it's going to be give second to Spora.
Side by side for the runner-up position and for fourth on the field momentarily on that last lap. 5 to go that time. Chapman will come around to 4 to go. Entering 3, coming off of 4, a little bit of a bobble, but Spora is going to need a little more than that to try to catch him. He is gaining a little bit of ground though.
It is a battle of the 11s. Toby Chapman, Chadrick Spora, then followed by John Webster. The old 3C, Chris Helgett, now sitting in that fourth place spot, but he has company as here comes the 43 of Greenwood. Around the outside is going to be Helgett with the spot for now.
Both top 2 cars seem to be loosening up a little bit, or at least the drivers are stumbling on the cushion slightly. But Spora making up all kinds of ground through 3 and 4 in that time. If he can keep that thing straight, he's going to make this thing very interesting down to the end. 2 to go that time.
It is just 2 more laps to go. Can Spora do anything with the 11 of Chapman? They're going to be coming down to see the white flag this time by. As they come through 3 and 4 one last time, it's going to be Toby Chapman with the win. Chadrick Spora in second. Third to the 9, John Webster. Chris Helgett in fourth, and Jake Greenwood will round out your top 5.
A victory in a wing sprint car that reminds me of old Neon Dion Hindi back in the day. Congratulations to you. What worked for you tonight?
The car was working great tonight. It was first night in it. We've spent all week going through it, and worked out great, I think.
It seemed like you committed to the top line early, and it paid off.
Yeah, we, it was staying there, so I figured, well, we kicked their butt in the heat race, so we might as well just stick with that, and it worked. So,
who helps you out on the car?
I want to really thank Jeff Savonik, Randy, and Rich Miller.
Anything else?
Just want to thank Jeff for sure. Thank you.
Thank you. Congratulations. Got one more thing to do, but congratulations on your win.
Thank you.